Face. Looking face. Hello. Please come to a loosely arranged seated pose. You may elevate your seat on a blanket or other prop if you would like to. And just relax your spine. Just lean forward a little bit. Close your eyes. Just try to soften and relax everything. Close your eyes. Focus on stillness and softness. And observe when you begin to connect with your breathing, or maybe with the invitation that begins. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. I'm going to open up your eyes and take a moment to move the joints of your legs to come into seated pose. We want to come in with mindfulness. If you want to do any eagle, we've been doing this a lot lately, this process of folding in, opening from the hip to the side, and then the other leg, give it a little time, whatever your body feels good with, just a little awareness and intention to come in, because we want to intentionally reach down into the earth with our seat. Foundation. From that foundation is a rise of energy. Place your hands on your legs so that your shoulders are relaxed and comfortable. And close your eyes for a moment again. Internalize awareness. Relax your body. There's just that gentle downward press and upward lengthening. Forehead relaxing, hands relaxing. And gently organize your breath, stretching out the inhales and the exhales, allowing pauses in between. The style of breath called Ujjayi Pranayama. Through the nose, steady, with sound. Soften your senses inwardly. Listen to the breath. Feel the energy of inhale. Your rib cage, that upward energy, that prana vayu, upward energy moving. And then the exhale, rib cage squeezes inward. Finish your exhale in your navel. And then relax. Open up your eyes. Seated cat-cow spine. Complete freedom at first to move as much of your body as you want, to round and extend back and forth. So curling, tucking the tail, rounding spine, tucking chin, lengthening up and out, lifting the heart, lifting the chin gently. Full spine one more time. Just be creative, exploring. Nothing right or wrong there except taking care. Extend and relax. And now focusing on the scapula, feel your shoulder blades. Bring your brain there, and then as you round back, let your shoulder blades broaden. Just focusing more in the shoulder blade area and extend. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Give it a good squeeze. Twice more. Round, spread shoulder blades is the focus. Extend, squeeze, lift your heart. Ease down your nose. One more breath. Inhale slowly. Round your upper back. Spread the shoulder blades apart. And then squeeze them back together as you lift your heart and gaze down. And then relax. Bring your hands back to heart lifting pose. Release to the feet. Uncrossing your legs. Fingers are forward. Today, just take a moment to refine, hugging the elbows in a little bit, and imagine lifting up, but don't lift up. So this is a preparation for Purvattanasana, where we lift our hips up, but don't lift up, just press like you're going to. 5 breaths. Compassionate with each pose. Really creating activity in the upper body. Just the right amount of sensation. Don't hold back on your strength. One more breath, strong press. And relax, release. Back into your folded pose. Bring your hands together. Breathe in. Lift your elbows, breathe out. A little tone in the belly. And let's meditate upon the Om without sounding it. Just giving a mental Om today 3 times. On the exhale. Once more, with feeling, try to imagine the vibration and the energy of it. See what happens. Then relax your arms in, bring down your forehead. Just give yourself a moment for whatever you've got in your heart, in your mind, whatever's going on with your body. Exhale. Breathe in when you're ready. Come up. Long, relaxed belly. Reach for your right knee with your left hand. Thumb gaze twist. Look back, twist with the thumb gaze. Side eyes. Just the right amount of lift and rotation. Kind of a fierce and active twisting pose from seated. Steadily move the breath through. So we don't want to force anything in the practice. So the eyes also not forced here, but softened and steady. We might do a little stretching. Exhale, release, come back to center, pause. Let's balance that on the other side. Long, relaxed belly, breath in. Start bringing your belly around your rib cage, reach for your opposite knee. Thumb gaze, sweep it back to your own degree. So you can set your thumb where it matches your gaze. Sit up tall, breathe deeply. As you steady your eyes, you can steady your mind. Just the right amount of everything. One more breath. Following exhale to release and soften back to your center. Please come up to standing, taking 5 breaths in between if you like for squatting or forward fold, or just stand up. Got a strap close by for later. Give yourself a moment to find your mindful standing pose. Tadasana, mountain. What an auspicious name. So feet, legs, pelvis, spine, arms hanging down, rest the ribs on, shoulders on the ribs. Find center, breathe deeply, feel energy and breath able to move well. Earth energy to sky, inhale. Sky energy to earth, exhale through the roots of your big toes. And let's practice breath of joy a few times. Make sure you have room for your arms on your side. So step if you need to. So it is in a stretched out inhalation. Start breathing in front, breathing more, inhale side, a little more inhale up. Exhale slowly, come forward. Slowly take a 3 breath. This is called breath of joy. Increasing prana. Carefully stand up, use your legs. Again, so sip your in-breath. Exhale when you're ready, follow breath. Come into your own forward fold, relax into it. Bring down your chin. And stand up. One more time. So find mountain pose in between. Inhale. Wait for your exhale and then go. Use your legs to stand and return to the top section of your mat. Surya Namaskar. Just try to stick with a variation so you know what to expect on this first one. 10 positions for the sun. First one is the inhale, reach up, gaze up, lift the back ribs. Second is forward folding, tipping the pelvis. Let your knees bend. Do what you need to take care of your body as you fold in. Lengthen out your spine. Third breath, belly strong. Pause, take your legs back, then exhale, plank pose. One strong breath. Again, suspend your breath and then inhale to upward dog. Don't hold your breath. If you need to take breaths, but just try to stretch it out. And then flip your feet over. Notice which one flips first. Downward facing dog. Reset hands if needed. Spiral outward, outward shoulders. Head down, spine long. And let us, with loving awareness for the feet, start a little bending one knee at a time as you breathe 5 times. Do that to your own depth, your own comfort. Let's take the last breath. Inhale, lift to the balls of the feet, pike up towards your hands a little bit. Exhale, heels towards the earth. Even if the knees are bent, that's fine. Stepping forward to half lift pose, breathing in. 8th position, forward fold. Exhale. 9 is rising and reaching. Rise, reach, float it up. Wait for your exhale energy and then follow it. Bring your arms down. Try to match the breath and the movement. So our logical brain has something to do. Free breath. Feel the increase of prana. Again, just like that. Inhale up, ekam, here's 1. Dve is 2, the forward fold. Wherever you go with all of them. Trini, 3 is half lifting. Wait on your exhale a moment. Other leg back first. And Chaturanga is 4. Exhale. Maybe add the little elbow bend. Press the arms straight. Upward facing dog. Just released a breath out of my mouth. You can do things like that if it feels good, if you're inspired. Exhale to downward dog. Try to flip your other foot first. Refine and hold steady. We're actively pressing the earth, with shoulders externally rotated. Let your breath be deep in the whole rib cage. Once more. Sapta 7, step forward, come to halfway lift. Ashto 8, fold forward. Nawa 9, rise, reach. And 10, bring your arms down slowly when you are ready. Land them into your sides. Practice mindful holding of the shoulders. Feel your energy from the practice. Take your right leg in front of the left, crossing the legs. Good for your brain, good for your body too. Keep your shoulders down as you bring up your arms and move side bend over towards the left side. Gently catching your wrist, not putting any pressure on your thumb joint. Cross over side bend. Find a steady spot for your eyes. Follow the nose tip. One more exhale. Come up slowly with your in breath. And release down your arms. Forward fold in this position. Do some interesting stretching along the sides, along the IT band. So Good for the knees to explore forward folding here. A little tricky in the hips possibly, so explore the tip forward, maybe let your knees bend a little bit, and you don't have to go far. Just to try to explore your own forwardness. You can bring your hands wherever they feel supportive. Keeping my fingers, my hands on my pelvis to find that stability from the center, if you'd like to try that. Is there anything that you can soften possibly? Fourth breath, just one more. Curious and patient. Rise up carefully and give yourself a moment to release and just have a little free movement from your hips after that. Coming together, circling around both ways. Find a little flow. Come back to stillness. Cross over the other side. Meditate upon each action. Cross over, feel, and land into it. Upward arms. Exhale to side bend as you are ready. Shoulders stay down. So we have this lovely circling sensation of the arms. Training the shoulders off your ears. Third breath, 2 more. Just make the most of them. Releasing up and out when you're ready. Exhale, arms down. Exploring the forward fold. So it's a little tricky to bend the knees a lot, but you can bend them a little bit and just hinge out. Holding the pelvis if you like, or bring your arms where they feel good. Just go slowly as you fold. Mindful. Get some more interesting and breathe steadily 5 times. And the 5th breath. Rise up carefully. Release the crossing of your legs either way, and relax your arms as well. Give it a little spin. Circle, circling energy, flowing energy. Other way. Swing your arms side to side a few times too, just to let free flowing energy go. Slowing down again. Rock back to center. Virabhadrasana A. Big step back, right foot into that angled in heel. Refine your foundation for a moment. Add tail tucking energy if you need it. And bring your hands there to just encourage that sacrum and the tailbone under a little so you have a long low back. Let us today take this left arm up and bend the elbow behind your skull. Let's try to be somewhere centered, back of head or neck or upper back. Optional to assist it with the other arm. And now taking 5 breaths. Virabhadrasana A. Actively pressing feet into the earth. Steady gaze, nose direction. One more exhale. Straighten your leg, release out your arms. Turn to the side. Back toes turn all the way out. Come to warrior B position. Shoulders come down with the ears. Reach front and back. Let your feet refine into this nice open, pressing place. And gaze steadily off your front fingertips. Steadiness. Exhale. Straighten your leg, bring down your arm. Bring it back out and lean and reach extended side angle pose. Shoulder off the ear, maybe come to the floor or block if you like. You can refine where your back foot is because that's the real driver of this pose. 5 breaths. You can do it your own way, Jenny's way. Get underneath and lengthen out. Maybe a little warm. I always get warm in this pose. One more deep breath. Carefully come up and out from where you are. Turn to wide parallel feet. Then swing out your toes. Hands together, come down the center line. Put your knees track right out towards your toes. To goddess pose, upright spine, open feet. Steadiness and sweetness and balance. One more exhale, try to go low. Press your feet, squeeze your glutes, stand. Release your heels so your feet are comfortable and take up your arms to star pose. Just gently stretch up everything up as you ground into your legs. Not forcing in the hands, just a gentle openness of everything. Front and back and sides. Once more. Follow exhale to come out and down. Top of your mat. Land in your mountain. Learn how to arrange right into that shape. Virabhadrasana. Second side. A position, step back, big step. Lunge with forward pelvis. Hands to the sacrum to encourage lengthen the low back, tail tuck. Refining in the feet as you prepare. Oh yes. Arm up, breathe in. Breathe out, come behind your skull, your neck, just somewhere on the center, back of your body. Optional to bring your other arm and encourage that elbow to come towards the head and the hand down the back. Do that without overlifting your front rib cage. So let your back rib cage lift too. Downward eyes. Some pretty fierce front body opening. Once more. Finish your breath. Release the arms, straighten the legs. Turn to the side, warrior B. A little more space between the feet, possibly to make room for the side pelvis in this lunge. What a great pair of poses. Shoulders down, a gentle turn to gaze at your fingertips. Feeling everything. Focus so much on the shape that you're just holding it all, just the right amount. Your feet to your hands to your head. One more exhalation. And release the leg and the arms. Utthita Parsvakonasana, leaning reach pose, extended side angle, with the option to do the dive under the leg version today. And then you try to open back out with your arms behind you. Only explore that if you want to. This is a special pose for a special person. Let your breath match your efforts. One more time. Follow your inhale to release up and out. Stretch out to wide parallel feet. And exhale, come back to the top section of your mat. Creating nice warmth in the body. Let us look at triangle pose and half moon pose. So we'll do a triangle first and then go into half moon. If you want to do it by a prop or have a prop, you may. So turn your right leg out from your hip. Step your feet about a leg's length apart. Your back foot angles in. So just turn sideways in your mat or wherever you want to work with it. Arms reach out. We go over and down. So half moon has us lift the leg in this pose. You can go as far as the floor, but let's start with triangle preparation. If you want to join me in taking the big toes, you practice being more over. It's okay if your knee bends, your top hip comes down, 5 breaths. but you are trying to open out. Upward gaze, one more breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Same side, maybe just practice triangle again or explore the half moon. Take about 3 breaths for some playfulness, some options, and then hold for 5. So you can practice coming from above, opening out. You can practice from coming below, from the ground, opening up. Or come to triangle and lift your back leg. So some support from a wall or a block is always a fine, appropriate thing to do. So you can enjoy the pose if you need support. 5 breaths. Do your best. Be determined. Squeeze your glutes to lift your back leg. 1 more breath. And let it be. Carefully come out, pause a moment. Let your energy settle. Feel how that has that prana vayu quality to it, that up energy, that bright energy. Second side. So side hips over and down. Maybe try the toe catcher, just come lower on your leg. Reach up and down. Nice long neck. 1, 2, 3. Do you need tail tuck energy here? 4. It's appropriate. You want a long, low back. 5. Navel in. Breathe in, rise, press the legs. Release the arms. Second side. Second one, half moon, all those choices. So maybe just a few breaths to explore. Just trying to learn how to stand on one leg. Use support if you need it. You might try to come to a block of the floor and open out. And coming for 5, just choose the spot where you want to work today. You can just work on one aspect. We're trying to make this pose easier this month with some regular attention. Squeeze your glutes. Think of triangle pose, that open-heartedness. 1 more breath. Bend your straight leg to come down softly and let it be. Transitioning to earth poses, earth time. Interlace your fingers and press up towards the sky, breathing in. Remember to take your back rib cage too, not just the front. With your exhale, release your fingers. Come carefully to forward fold of choice for 5 breaths. Feel calmness wash over. Let gravity lengthen your spine. One more exhalation. Bring down your hands. Step back your legs. Coming to plank pose. Maybe bring the knees down. We're going to try that scapula movement a few times, just 3 times. So try to broaden your scapula, your arms are straight, broaden your scapula out towards your shoulders, and then squeeze together. Just a little drop of the heart and a little roundness. Press the hands, spread and broaden. Sorry, drop the heart very slightly, squeeze your shoulder blades. If your knees come down, that's fine. 1 more time. A little roundness in the upper back. Press your hands, spread your shoulder blades, and then squeeze them together. Bring down your knees. Release back. If you need a moment to spread a blanket on your knees, that's under your knees, that's fine. I'm gonna come to a yin pose. It's a quarter dog. So you may cushion your knees. They're hip distance apart. Your feet can be together or separate, but ground your feet. Come down to your elbows. And then take your right elbow, your right hand, and bring it towards or on your left elbow. So we do this crossover. Bring down your head. If you need to change where your arms are, or what's under your head, or how high your hips are, it's fine to customize. And then we're going to hold this steadily as a yin pose. When we practiced earlier, I felt some stretching across the back of the hips. Some nice work for your bandhas. You can do a little bit of gentle uplift in the low belly. Feel supported with that. And then let the front energy lines of the body be stimulated by the shape. A sense of welcoming, a free flow of energy, of balance. And for the other part of this pose, let's just change the arms. So both elbows and hands forward again, and then take your left hand on your right inner elbow or on the floor. Bring down your forehead. About 30 seconds. Coming into the universal refuge of silence. It's that gentle sound of your breath. And in just another moment. Exhale, feel complete. And with care, release up and out. And let's take the right leg forward for a lizard lunge, turning out the toes and the knee, coming on the inside with both of the arms. Use the arms for support as you refine your back leg. The knee can be down, or you can be on the toes tucked under. You may lower towards the floor with your chest. You may roll to the outside of your foot. Shifting hips around, a little exploration. Find an interesting spot and breathe 5 times. One more exhale. Carefully release to low lunge, where we are kneeling and upright in the low warrior. And oh yes, side bending towards this leg that's got the bent knee over towards the right, lengthening that whole left side of the body all the way down to the floor. Try to focus on the leg with the stretching instead of your torso. One more time. Inhale, release. Second side. Lizard, turn out. Time for arranging and exploring. Let this side of your body express itself. Tail tuck energy if you need it. Little movement from the hips to find a place where you feel something good. And hold steady now, breathe 5 times. Make sure your spine is long, your neck is long. Keep it body positive. And just one more breath, slowly leaving. Come out with some care and slowness. Coming to the low warrior shape, low lunge. And side bend, focusing on the leg between the hip and the knee as you come over. Let's try to create some openness on that line of the body. Concentrate on steadiness. Your other arm can really be wherever it works, wherever it helps you. Gathering the fingers gently. One more time. Inhale to come up and out. And let's do a little soul stretch today. So bring your knees together. Come forward, bring your hands to the floor. Tuck under your toes. And then go back to your own degree. Protecting knees from any pressure. Just want to spread out that stretch across the thighs and listen to the knees. Also listen to your feet so you can support and refine. If it feels safe and okay for you to come up with your hands off the floor, find that upright spine wherever you are. And practice being soft in the face of sometimes deep sensation, staying away from pain. You're in control. Focusing very deeply on this project. Inward awareness. One more deep breath. And come forward and release your feet. Going back to Balasana now. Same fold of the legs, but the toes are not tucked under. Rest down your arms. Several deep, slow breaths. One more time, let your head drop down. Rise up. Come out to your forearms and then come to the belly. So let's do some forearm plank work. 5 breaths. Knees up or down. Hips flat if possible. If you need them to be a little high to make it possible, take out some strain, that's okay. 5, 4, 3, try to activate around your shoulders. 2, last breath. 1 more, come on down to your belly, release your feet. Bring back your arms like you're flying through the air. Open hands, open heart, gaze down. Press your pelvis forward into the floor. Let your breath move you gently. 1 more time. And come on down, arms comfortable, head to the right, relax everything. Practice some slow breathing. Grounding your heart. Exhale. Just change your head the other way. Let the shoulders rest down the back, rest off the ears. One more breath out. Make your way to seated. If you want to do upward dog, downward dog, you may press yourself up and bow forward. And then come sit down. Cow face pose, Gomukhasana, possibly sitting on a block or a blanket if you like. Have your strap. It's okay if you don't have anything, something similar. So a little leg work. I'm going to try doing the legs on our back today. So let's just let this be open leg position. The official position is stacked knees, if your body will do that, with the right knee on top. Stay with that if it feels okay, or just take other folded legs. Whatever it lets you sit with a tall spine. Right arm, if you have a yoga strap, the buckle hangs down your back from your right hand, bend your elbow, come behind your head. You can do this without the strap too. Sorry, the inner shoulder rolls inward on the left side, goes back in space, and the elbow bends. So you try to find the center of your body, your spine, coming up the back, maybe find your strap, and then open your elbows away from each other, gaze upward, and breathe deeply. Loving awareness into your shoulders. Exhale, soften, let go of the lower hand first, and then the upper. Changing sides, change the legs if you had the cross stacked knees, or you can change your legs from wherever you are. So let the strap be in your arm as you reach up and back. Bend your elbow, come behind, just like we did earlier with Warrior A. Inward rolling and reaching back. Come up the center. Just try to bring the fingers closer to each other. If you have something to hold on to, use that connection to open your elbows away from each other. This time, let's try a nose gaze. 4, fifth breath. Release your lower arm carefully from the shoulder and the upper. Keep your strap with you. Have a moment to put on your socks if you need some layers today. Put on your long sleeves, get your blankets and things for Shavasana, and then come to your back, please. And once you're on your back, so you can take your time, come up into a bridge pose, a sustainable bridge pose that you can hold for a little while. Centering scalp, centering spine, feet open. Just holding bridge pose. Let it grow, let it develop. Let that center of your upper back be grounded into the earth, a place where we might have a tendency to round our backs. Let it be nice and flattened in this shape. Just a bit longer. Learning to accept challenges with calmness in the practice. So we get to practice in real time using our breath. Come on down, using our breath and our yoga techniques to stay calm. So bring up your feet. See about stacking your knees right over the left. And then if it works for your body, you can take your feet on either side or just hold onto your legs. Check in, make sure your neck's long. You could have support under your head here if you need it. Lying down, cow face pose. So reach, if you can, reach for your feet. You can gently hold on to the edges of them. Whatever it is, just the right amount for you. One more breath. And let's create figure 4 shapes. We're gonna slide that bottom knee out underneath the ankle. Maybe have the foot come to the floor or further away even. Just try to let that knee relax away. You can use your hand to encourage it away. One more breath out. Second side, have a moment of spontaneity to release and prepare yourself, whatever feels good. Gomukhasana, leg, second side, left knee on top of the right, different side, different story, possibly maybe reaching for the feet or just supporting the legs carefully with your hands, finding center in your spine. And then be still and breathe. Not putting too much pressure on anything. Four. Exhale for 5. Releasing to figure 4 with the foot on the floor and the left knee moving away from your chest towards where your foot would be normally. Turn release in that front bowl of the pelvis. All connected. And exhale once more. Relax, release. Spontaneous expression of what you feel like doing for a moment after that. And then take up your strap, optional. If you reach your big toe or you can bend your knee, bring the left leg off the floor and hook that strap around the ball of the foot, wherever it's comfortable. It doesn't really matter. Just provides an extension. So the wrap around the big toe, first 2 fingers inside, thumb comes around. That's the hold if you want to do without the strap. Your other leg can stay bent or straighten out. Decide which of those choices feels good today. Then take both arms to this strap, if you have the strap, and draw your foot overhead towards your face. Just the right amount of encouragement from the prop or from your grip. Fine if your knee bends, all good. One more slow breath, see if you're holding back at all. Make sure you found that end of your range of motion. And then relax away from your face. A strong grip with the same side hand or the big toe, come out and over to the side. Ground your other leg. You can bring your elbow to the floor. Hold on tightly because your leg's heavy. Turn your head the other way. And you can stretch the top of your other foot by stretching through the toes. Point your toes. Breathe 5 times. Rounding your right pelvis with your hand. One more exhale. Inhale, head to center, leg to center. And changing sides, you can come up and take over the prop if you're using one. Start with the knee bent, big toe holding if you like. Both hands on the strap if you're using the strap. You can just hold the back of your leg and say on the other side. Draw the leg towards you. Try to straighten it. Maybe the other leg goes out and points the toes. Keep your neck long. Gently find your range of motion. Reclining big toe pose. One more breath. Exhale, relax the leg. Toes just straight up. Coming over to the side once again with a firm hold. Turn your head away. Ground your left hip with your hand and point those toes 3 to 5 times. One more breath out. Concentrate into your belly center for this. Inhale, coming out. It creates less strain. And carefully release away your strap if you've been using one. Bring your knees in. Curl your head in. Cross the legs the other way. Curl in. Release out. And open into Shavasana. Let yourself release all efforts. Let yourself open so that bringing the knees in will help the low back be long. So you want it to be comfortable there, allowing cushioning under the knees if needed, cushioning under the head. It doesn't have to be needed. If it feels good, you can do it as a way of taking care of yourself. So taking a little time here to add props, add clothing, and then begin the process of stilling. And hopefully you've done enough work in the past hour that you feel like relaxing a little bit, that it feels good to stop. Let all that information be received. Let yourself go into the ultimate yin pose, Shavasana. Let's first sit. Notice any physical stuckness. Shoulders, are they relaxing down? Where is it for you where you might be holding on? Is your jaw relaxed? Hands. Soften around your knees. Just bring focus to your knees. Feel them. Relax them. Feet as well. Notice if you have a little energy humming there in the feet from practice. Let them rest. Prana follows the energy of attention. Where would you like your attention to rest? Maybe into your heart center, your belly center. Be patient, taking plenty of time. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me, the trees stir in their leaves and call out, stay a while. The light flows from their branches, and they call again. It's simple, they say. And you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine. Allow a luxuriously slow transition from resting now. Just start with the smallest thing. Just a little deepening of the breath. If you like, you can do a little movement or stretch the breath and then go back to stillness. Touching back on Shavasana like we do with mountain pose. Allowing inhales to help guide this process. The prana vayu, the upward movement of energy, followed by those balanced apana vayu, downward movement of energy after exhales. That we can create a balance with our breathing anytime we call upon it. Gets you right into the moment, right into a place of power and your stillness, inner strength. When you have returned to your seat, let us practice again that meditation of Om as a thought, as a memory. It can be one long, slow time, or maybe a few times. Just exhale, thinking Om. Oneness and peace, non-separateness. Thank you so much for practicing today. We hope you have a great weekend. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. See you next time. I've been getting videos up again, so I have a whole backlog that are going up now if you use those.